1.
Welcome to the day before, an open-world MMO survival set in a deadly, post-pandemic America overrun by flesh-hungry infected and survivors killing each other for food, weapons, and cars. You wake up alone in a world you no longer remember, setting out to find answers and the resources to survive. Search abandoned vehicles, houses, and skyscrapers as you scavenge for resources. Crush the infected and other players with realistic weapons, becoming a legend of the new world. Explore beautiful yet dangerous places with stunningly detailed vehicles. Take part in the restoration of the former society before it's too late. In the survivor colony, you can sell your loot and communicate safely with other players.
2.
Outriders is a co-op shooter RPG for up to 3 players in an original, dark and desperate sci-fi universe. Humanity bleeds in the trenches of Enoch, and you will create your Outrider to embark on a journey across the hostile planet. With a creative itinerary covering a diverse world, you will leave the slums of the first city behind to cross forests, mountains and the desert in search of a mysterious sign. Combining intense gunfights, violent powers and an arsenal of increasingly powerful weapons and equipment, Outriders offers many hours of gameplay from one of the best shooting game developers on the market. People Can Fly.
3.
Back 4 Blood is a first-person shooter from the creators of the critically acclaimed franchise Left 4 Dead. You are at the center of a war against the infected. These humans carrying a deadly parasite have turned into frightening creatures inclined to devour the remains of civilization. With the extinction of humanity at stake, it is up to you and your friends to face this enemy, eradicate the corrupted and regain the world. Fight through a dynamic 4-player story campaign, where you must work as a team to survive increasingly challenging missions. Play with up to 3 friends online or alone, and lead your team in battle.
4.
The Ascent is an upcoming cyberpunk-themed action role-playing video game developed by Swedish indie game studio Neon Giant and published by Curve Digital. The game takes place within an arcology in a futuristic dystopian world known as Vels, controlled by a powerful mega-corporation called the Ascent Group. Players assume control of a worker enslaved by the company. After the mysterious collapse of the Ascent Group, the arcology descends into a chaotic free-for-all pitting districts, syndicates and rival corporations against each other for control. The player's role is to stop other factions from seizing control and uncover the mystery behind the demise of the Ascent Group.
5.
Halo Infinite is an upcoming first-person shooter game. The legendary Halo series returns with the most expansive Master Chief story yet. When all hope is lost and humanity's fate hangs in the balance, the Master Chief is ready to confront the most ruthless foe he's ever faced. Begin anew and step inside the armor of humanity's greatest hero to experience an epic adventure, and finally explore the scale of the Halo ring itself.
6.
Batman is dead. A huge new criminal underworld has taken over the streets of Gotham City. Now it depends on the Batman family, Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Red Hood, protecting Gotham, bringing hope to its citizens, discipline to its policemen and fear to its criminals. From solving mysteries that connect the darkest chapters in the city's history, to defeating notorious villains in epic clashes, you must become the new Dark Knight and save the streets from chaos. Gotham Knights is an open-world action RPG set in the most dynamic and interactive Gotham City of all time.
Seven.
The Outlast Trials is a survival horror game that you can play alone or with other players online. You will have to survive the twisted, sadistic and bizarre experiments of Murkoff Corporation, alone or in a group of up to 4 players. Set in the Cold War era, human guinea pigs are involuntarily recruited by staff at Murkoff Corporation to test advanced methods of brainwashing and mind control. In a world of distrust, fear and violence, your morals will be challenged, your resistance tested and your sanity will be crushed. All in the name of progress, science and profit.
Eight.
Evil Dead the Game is an upcoming video game based on the Evil Dead franchise. The game will feature cooperative gameplay and player-to-player combat, as well as skill tree mechanics. It will also feature several maps, including the Forest House from the Evil Dead movie series, along with more than 25 weapons, including Ash's chainsaw. Put yourself in the shoes of Ash Williams or his friends from the iconic Evil Dead franchise, and work together in an action-packed multiplayer game in co-op and PvP. Play as a team of 4 survivors, exploring, looting, crafting, managing your fear and finding key items to bridge the gap between worlds in a game inspired by all 3 original Evil Dead films, as well as on Stars' original television, Ash vs. Evil Dead series.
9.
Endless Dungeon is a tactical action game roguelite, set in the award-winning but often lethal Endless universe. Recruit a team of wrecked heroes, dive into a long-abandoned space station and protect your crystal against endless waves of monsters, or die trying, reload and try again. A few hundred convicted criminals were being sent to the Auriga system on board the hull of Success Prison. Although it presented itself as a chance to regain its place in society, working hard for the common good, they understood that in reality they would be slave labor, sent to colonize an unexplored planet.
Ten.
Aragami 2 is a stealth game in third person, and you are a murderer with the power to control the shadows. Join the Dark Clan and fight invading armies to protect your people. You are one of the last elite warriors of your people, the Aragami. Victims of a supernatural affliction that corrodes the body and devours the mind, the Aragami control Ambrasintia, a mystical power that makes it possible to manipulate the shadows. With this power, the Aragami carry out tasks and missions, carried out throughout the valley to guarantee the subsistence of the village and the liberation of the Aragami enslaved by invading armies.
Eleven.
Synced Off Planet is a tactical sniper where you command cyborg support classes to fight against enemies. The game brings a new mixed experience of PvP and PvE. Your threat comes from a huge swarm of enemies and other players. Use the swarm to your advantage to outsmart your opponents and claim victory. Various equipment and tactical options provide a wide range of gameplay. Earn experience, levels and unlock skills and perks. Synced Off Planet offers an unprecedented PvPvE experience.
Twelve.
Far Cry 6 is an upcoming first-person shooter game developed by Ubisoft Toronto and published by Ubisoft. The game is set on Yara, a fictional Caribbean island ruled as a dictatorship by El President Anton Castillo, who is raising his son Diego to follow in his rule. The player takes the role of guerrilla fighter Danny Rojas, attempting to topple Castillo and his regime. Gameplay follows from previous Far Cry games, with players using makeshift weapons, vehicles, and hiring amigos, the new Fangs for Hire system, to topple the tyrannical regime.
Thirteen.
Outlaws and Legends is an action video game developed by Sumo Newcastle and published by Focus Home Interactive. In a violent, medieval world, outplay rival gangs in intense PvPvE multiplayer heists. Moving at stealth to steal treasures unseen or dominating through loud and brutal combat, only the best will escape with hard-earned riches. Two teams of 4 players compete to execute the perfect heist in medieval environments patrolled by deadly eye guards. With the unique skills and mystical abilities of each character, moving in stealth to steal treasures unseen or dominating through loud and brutal combat.
Fourteen.
Dark Envoy mixes rich tactical and non-linear team combat with dynamic gameplay and high-quality graphics and visual effects. In addition, the game mixes modern concepts with classic archetypes of a genre, creating a unique and distinctive RPG experience. Set in a dark world where mana-powered technology defies the innate magical order. Like two relic hunting brothers, their actions can change the whole course of this world division conflict. Malake and Caleb are children of war refugees, living the day-to-day adventurers in search of ancient relics and forgotten places. Soon, they will also have to learn to survive in the chaos of war, as blood and tragedy will mark the beginning of their true journey.
$15.
Aliens Fireteam is a multiplayer third-person shooter developed by Cold Iron Studio in collaboration with Disney's 20th Century Games. 2202. A mysterious distress call redirects your marine assault unit to LV-895 in the outer colonies, where deadly legions of xenomorphs, hidden corporate secrets and ancient alien ruins await your arrival. Set in the iconic Alien universe, Aliens, Fireteam is a cooperative third-person survival sniper who launches his team of marines in a desperate struggle to contain the xenomorph threat. Take on waves of terrible synthetic xenomorph and wayland mutiny alongside 2i players or teammates, as you and your fiery team fight desperately in 4 unique campaigns that present new storylines for the Alien universe.
$16.
Warhammer 40,000. Darktide. Fight with your friends against hordes of enemies in this new Warhammer 40,000 experience. From the developers of the best-selling and award-winning Vermintide cooperative action franchise, Warhammer 40,000. Darktide is a visceral 4-player cooperative action game set in the city of Turkey. In the depths of the Hive, the seeds of corruption threaten a tide of overwhelming darkness. A heretical cult known as Admonition seeks to take control of the planet Atome of Crime and devastate its inhabitants. It is up to you and your allies in the Inquisition to eradicate the enemy before the city succumbs to chaos.